The Power of Mind Shift: How to Train Your Mind to Do Anything, written and published by the Life Library. Have you ever wondered how some people seem to turn their biggest challenges into opportunities, almost as if they possess a hidden mental skill? There is something incredibly powerful about shifting the way you think. Many people go through life feeling trapped by their own thoughts, limited by beliefs they might not even realize they hold. This book is here to help you uncover and reshape those beliefs, guiding you to think in ways you might never have thought possible. Picture your mind as a tool that, with the right knowledge and training, can be refined and sharpened to help you achieve any goal. But it is not about a sudden transformation. It is about small, purposeful shifts. This is a journey that will show you how to unlock the potential within yourself by changing how you see and approach life. Through understanding your mind's true capabilities, you will be able to open doors to possibilities you might have never considered. As you go through each chapter, you will discover practical, easy-to-follow methods that can strengthen your mindset and expand your mental boundaries. These lessons are not theories. They are real, actionable steps drawn from the lives of people who have mastered the art of mind shift. You will find stories, insights, and techniques designed to empower you and make lasting changes. With each page, you will build on what you learned, gradually changing your way of thinking and developing mental skills that will last a lifetime. Before we start, remember to subscribe, like, and share for more valuable insights. I would love to hear your thoughts after listening. Drop a comment below. For those wanting to deepen their understanding and really lock in these lessons, the ebook version is available on our official website, linked in the description. Studies show that reading while listening helps boost memory and comprehension. Be sure to check out our special discount for early readers. It is limited, so grab it while you can. Chapter 1: Understanding the Power of the Mind. The mind holds an incredible influence over our lives, shaping how we view the world, our beliefs, and even what we feel is possible. Often, people overlook just how much power their mind has to guide and transform their actions. With every thought, we either reinforce old habits or open the door to new ways of thinking. Understanding this power is the first step to harnessing it. Imagine for a moment that each thought is like a tiny seed. Some seeds grow into beliefs that motivate us, while others may limit us. These beliefs create patterns in how we approach situations. Think about a time when you were nervous about a task but managed to accomplish it. That success did not just happen by chance. It was fueled by your mindset. The mind constantly shapes our perception, deciding what we pursue or avoid. Many people allow their minds to run on autopilot, letting old beliefs and fears control their actions. When we start to see the mind as a tool, something that can be strengthened and directed, everything changes. By noticing and questioning our thoughts, we can become more intentional about what we believe and how we act. It is the beginning of transforming limitations into possibilities. The mind is a complex system, and much of its power comes from habit. Patterns of thinking form through repeated behaviors, experiences, and interpretations. Over time, these patterns become automatic, influencing every choice we make without our even noticing. But just as habits can be formed, they can be reshaped. When we start to understand the mind's power, we begin to see these habits and recognize that change is within reach. Shifting from old patterns to new ones does not require an overnight transformation. It is more about consistently planting new thoughts and reinforcing them with action. Each new perspective, every small adjustment in thinking, builds on itself. As we apply these mental shifts, we start to feel more in control, more capable of choosing paths that align with our goals. The journey of strengthening the mind is gradual but incredibly rewarding. Understanding the mind also means acknowledging its role in how we react to challenges. Many people feel limited when they face obstacles, seeing them as reasons to stop. However, these moments are where the mind's strength truly shows itself. The ability to face setbacks with resilience, to choose new perspectives, and to adapt with confidence comes from knowing how to direct your thoughts toward growth rather than limitation. Throughout this journey, we learn that the mind is like a muscle. Just as physical strength increases with regular exercise, mental strength grows when we focus on positive, constructive thoughts. Each time we challenge an old belief or welcome a new one, we are training our minds. This process builds the mental endurance needed to face life's ups and downs, helping us to develop resilience and mental clarity. When we think about the mind in this way, it becomes more than just a collection of thoughts. It becomes a tool for personal growth and achievement, an asset that can help us move toward our dreams. With this understanding, we are no longer passive observers of our lives. We become active participants, choosing and directing our paths. The mind holds the power to transform, and with each new thought, we unlock a part of that power. Our minds are unique, complex, and capable of remarkable things. Every person has the ability to cultivate a mindset that supports their ambitions, no matter the challenges. While it takes time and focus to nurture these mental shifts, the rewards are immense. A strong mind does not mean a mind free of doubt. It means a mind that can navigate through uncertainty, using doubt as a tool rather than a barrier. Learning to master our thoughts allows us to handle setbacks with grace and see opportunities where others see obstacles. Each of us has the potential to strengthen our minds, to turn everyday struggles into learning experiences, and to look ahead with optimism. The power of the mind is not about eliminating challenges, but about seeing them as moments that build our inner resilience. As we dive deeper into this book, we will explore practical ways to develop this power within ourselves. From understanding how thoughts influence emotions to building mental habits that support our goals, each chapter offers a step forward. With this foundation, you will be equipped to take control of your mind, transforming it from a passive observer to a powerful force that shapes your life. This journey is just beginning, and the potential for change is limitless. Chapter 2: Uncovering Limiting Beliefs. Every one of us carries beliefs about what we think we can and cannot achieve, but not all of these beliefs help us. Some of them, called limiting beliefs, hold us back in ways we do not often notice. These beliefs act like invisible barriers, influencing our decisions and preventing us from exploring new possibilities. Many limiting beliefs come from past experiences, comments from others, or even societal expectations, shaping how we view ourselves and our abilities. Imagine a person who once tried something new but faced a setback. That single experience may lead them to believe they lack the ability in that area. Over time, this belief becomes ingrained, making them hesitant to try again. Limiting beliefs tend to feel true because they form through repetition. The mind starts to accept them as facts, even if they are based on just one or two events. The problem is that these beliefs can stay with us for years, quietly shaping our choices. One of the most surprising things about limiting beliefs is how subtle they are. Often, we do not consciously recognize them. They might sound like quiet thoughts, such as, "I'm not good at that," or "people like me do not succeed in those things." But despite their quiet nature, they have a strong impact. These beliefs act as filters, coloring our view of what is possible. They convince us that certain goals are beyond our reach, even when there is no real barrier except the one in our mind. Exploring limiting beliefs requires us to question the thoughts we have long accepted as truths. It is not always comfortable, but it is incredibly powerful. Each time we notice a limiting belief, we create a chance to rewrite it. This process opens the door to possibilities we may never have considered before. To start, it can be helpful to think about areas of life where we feel stuck or limited. Often, these areas hold hidden beliefs that keep us from moving forward. People often inherit limiting beliefs from family, friends, or the society around them. For instance, someone may grow up hearing that certain career paths are too challenging, or that financial success is only for a select few. Without realizing it, these messages settle in, becoming part of their internal narrative. Over time, they might assume these beliefs are facts, even though they are simply opinions. By identifying the origin of a belief, we can begin to see it for what it truly is, someone else's perspective, not necessarily our reality. Recognizing and challenging these beliefs is like cleaning a window that has been clouded for years. Suddenly, we see the world and ourselves more clearly. We begin to understand that the limits we thought were real are often based on stories we told ourselves. This shift in understanding gives us the freedom to redefine what we believe is possible. It allows us to question assumptions we may have held for years and decide if they truly reflect who we are and what we want. Changing limiting beliefs is not about ignoring reality or pretending challenges do not exist. It is about allowing ourselves to see potential rather than focusing on obstacles. When we shift our focus in this way, we start to view setbacks as learning experiences rather than proof of failure. This approach builds resilience and gives us the courage to try things we may have once dismissed as not for us. With each limiting belief we uncover, we get closer to a mindset that supports growth. Sometimes, limiting beliefs take the form of self-doubt. People might feel they are not smart enough or not talented enough to achieve their goals. But these beliefs often reflect fears rather than facts. When we give ourselves permission to question these thoughts, we open up a new way of seeing ourselves. The mind begins to understand that there is room for growth and that skills can be developed over time. Every time we replace a limiting belief with a growth-oriented thought, we strengthen our confidence. The journey of uncovering limiting beliefs is deeply personal. It requires honesty and a willingness to question what we have long accepted. But as we do this, we begin to see just how much of our potential is untapped. We realize that many of the limits we thought existed are only as strong as the beliefs that created them. This realization is powerful because it shows us that we have more control over our lives than we may have thought. As we continue on this journey, we start to notice when new limiting beliefs try to form. Every time we step outside our comfort zone, a part of us might feel unsure or hesitant, but with practice, we learn to recognize these moments as opportunities. Instead of letting fear create new limits, we choose to question it. This habit builds a strong foundation for personal growth and resilience, helping us stay open to new experiences and challenges. Our beliefs are powerful. They shape how we see ourselves and the world around us. But once we realize that many of these beliefs are flexible, we gain a new sense of freedom. By uncovering and challenging our limiting beliefs, we create space for growth, success, and fulfillment. It is an ongoing process that requires patience, but each step brings us closer to a mindset that truly supports who we are and where we want to go. Chapter 3: Shifting Perspectives for New Possibilities. Our perspectives are like lenses through which we interpret the world, guiding our reactions, decisions, and goals. Yet, many of these perspectives form unconsciously and go unquestioned. Changing them can feel daunting because they are part of our everyday thought patterns. But shifting perspectives can open doors to opportunities we may never have considered before, simply by seeing the same situation from a fresh angle. Imagine facing a challenge that feels overwhelming. Instead of viewing it as a barrier, shifting our perspective allows us to see it as a stepping stone for growth. This simple change in outlook can ease fear and hesitation, helping us approach the challenge with curiosity rather than stress. Perspective shifts like these do not erase the difficulty. Instead, they give us a new way to navigate through it, often uncovering strengths we did not know we had. People who consistently explore new perspectives tend to develop a more flexible mindset. They become adept at considering multiple possibilities and understanding that most situations can be approached in various ways. This flexibility can be particularly helpful in moments of uncertainty. By stepping outside our usual mindset, we may find creative solutions that otherwise would not have crossed our minds. This approach broadens our thinking, making us more resilient when faced with unexpected situations. When we look at an experience from only one angle, we limit what we can learn from it. Life is filled with experiences that carry hidden lessons, and many of these lessons come to light only when we examine the experience from multiple viewpoints. For example, a past mistake may seem regrettable at first. However, through a shifted perspective, we might see it as a valuable lesson, giving us insights and wisdom we can apply to future decisions. Shifting perspectives does not mean ignoring difficulties. Instead, it is about recognizing that every situation has multiple facets. When we practice looking at these facets, we build a more balanced understanding of our experiences. This approach helps us appreciate the full picture rather than focusing solely on obstacles. The result is a mindset that sees beyond immediate problems, allowing us to explore new possibilities even in challenging times. To shift our perspective, it often helps to start by asking questions that encourage exploration. Simple questions like, "What can I learn from this?" or "Is there another way to view this?" can reveal insights we may not have noticed. Each question acts as a mental invitation to broaden our thinking. With practice, these questions become natural, guiding us to think expansively in situations that once seemed rigid or limited. Sometimes perspective shifts come from observing others. By noticing how different people approach similar situations, we gain ideas for our own growth. We might realize that what feels limiting to us is viewed as an opportunity by someone else. Observing this difference can inspire us to try new approaches, expanding our own thinking and revealing ways of handling challenges we had not considered before. Perspective shifts also allow us to reframe how we view our own journey. Many people tend to focus on where they feel they fall short, yet there is often another side to that story. Shifting our view from what we lack to what we have achieved changes how we perceive ourselves. This change can help us feel more confident, grounded, and motivated to move forward with greater self-assurance. The beauty of shifting perspectives lies in its simplicity. We do not need drastic changes to alter how we experience life. Often, even a slight adjustment in how we think about a problem or goal can lead to new insights. Each shift, no matter how small, brings us closer to a mindset that feels expansive rather than limiting. Over time, this approach becomes a habit, empowering us to face the unknown with openness and curiosity. At times, we may encounter situations where shifting perspectives feels challenging, especially if emotions are involved. In such cases, giving ourselves time to step back and revisit the issue later can make a difference. With a clearer mind, it becomes easier to explore alternate viewpoints without feeling as emotionally attached to the original perspective. This distance provides a chance to see things from a broader angle, often revealing solutions that were hidden in the heat of the moment. When we become skilled at shifting perspectives, we gain a valuable tool for personal growth. This ability not only enhances our problem-solving skills, but also enriches our relationships and strengthens our resilience. Each time we expand our view, we become more adaptable, allowing us to thrive in a world that is constantly changing. This adaptability is a key factor in creating a fulfilling life, as it helps us navigate changes with confidence and poise. With perspective shifts, we can move beyond the boundaries set by our past experiences or limiting beliefs. By learning to view situations from fresh angles, we uncover hidden strengths, unlock new opportunities, and shape a life that aligns with our goals and values. Through this process, we become active participants in our growth, crafting a mindset that is prepared to explore, evolve, and excel. Chapter 4. Building self-belief as a foundation. Self-belief is the core of every step we take in life, shaping how we think, feel, and act. Without a strong belief in ourselves, even the simplest tasks can feel overwhelming, while challenges seem almost insurmountable. This inner belief is not just about having confidence in our abilities, but about knowing we can rise to face any situation, no matter how unfamiliar or demanding. Many people find self-belief to be a journey rather than an instant realization. It often begins with small affirmations, little reminders that we are capable and resilient. By focusing on what we have accomplished, even if it seems minor, we start to build a foundation of self-trust. Each accomplishment, no matter how small, reinforces the idea that we have what it takes to move forward. It is easy to let doubts overshadow self-belief, especially when past failures or setbacks linger in our minds. Yet, it is often these very setbacks that teach us resilience, proving that we can recover and grow. When we choose to focus on how we overcame obstacles rather than the setbacks themselves, we start to see our true strength. This focus shifts our mindset, reminding us that challenges do not define us, our response to them does. A powerful way to strengthen self-belief is to practice self-kindness. Many people are quick to criticize themselves, but slow to recognize their progress. By learning to treat ourselves with the same patience we would offer a friend, we create an environment where self-belief can flourish. This kindness allows us to recover from setbacks without excessive self-judgment, which in turn builds a sense of inner trust. Surrounding ourselves with supportive influences also plays a significant role in building self-belief. When we spend time with people who encourage us and acknowledge our efforts, we feel more confident in our abilities. Positive voices in our lives remind us of our potential and can often see strengths in us that we overlook. This encouragement reinforces our own belief, helping us realize that we have something valuable to offer. Self-belief is not about ignoring our weaknesses. Rather, it is about understanding them without letting them overshadow our strengths. Recognizing areas for growth while still valuing our achievements creates a balanced view of ourselves. This balance helps us set realistic goals and work toward them with confidence, knowing that growth is a process and that we are capable of progress. An essential part of building self-belief is setting personal goals that align with our values. When we pursue goals that genuinely matter to us, we become more invested in our journey, and this commitment strengthens our self-belief. Each step taken toward these goals, no matter how small, reinforces the idea that we are capable of creating a life that reflects our true aspirations. The way we speak to ourselves significantly impacts our self-belief. Negative self-talk can slowly erode confidence, while words of encouragement have the power to build it up. By consciously choosing to speak kindly to ourselves, we develop a more supportive inner voice. This supportive voice reminds us that setbacks are temporary and that we have the strength to keep going, even in the face of doubt. Many people find that self-belief grows as they step out of their comfort zones. Taking on new challenges, even if they are small, expands our perception of what we can achieve. Each new experience teaches us that we are more resilient and capable than we previously believed. These small acts of courage, repeated over time, form a foundation of self-belief that grows stronger with each step. At times, self-belief may waver, and that is natural. What matters is our ability to regain it, recognizing that doubts are temporary. By reconnecting with our past achievements, the support of others, or our personal values, we can restore our self-belief. Each moment of doubt is an opportunity to remind ourselves of our strength, resilience, and ability to face life's challenges with confidence. Building self-belief is not an overnight process. It is a lifelong practice that grows as we continue to learn, adapt, and pursue our goals. Each experience, whether it brings success or teaches us a lesson, contributes to our understanding of ourselves. By seeing our journey as an ongoing process, we approach life with curiosity and self-acceptance, knowing that each step we take adds to our inner strength. As we strengthen our self-belief, we begin to approach the world differently. Situations that once felt daunting start to feel achievable. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach now feel within our grasp. This shift does not happen all at once, but gradually, as each act of courage and each word of self-encouragement builds a strong foundation of inner confidence. Chapter 5. Breaking Through Mental Barriers. Mental barriers can feel like invisible walls, keeping us from reaching the potential we know exists within us. These barriers often develop over time, shaped by experiences, doubts, or limiting beliefs that we may not even notice until they become obstacles. Yet, with the right approach, these barriers can be understood, challenged, and ultimately broken down, freeing us to pursue what we once thought was beyond reach. One of the most common mental barriers people face is fear. Whether it is fear of failure, fear of judgment, or even fear of success, this emotion can hold us back. It convinces us to stay within familiar limits, making the unknown seem intimidating. But when we begin to examine the roots of our fears, we often find that they are based on assumptions or past experiences that no longer apply. Sometimes, the first step in breaking through these mental blocks is recognizing the narratives we tell ourselves. Negative self-talk can shape our view of what we are capable of, often without us realizing it. When we replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones, we start to change our perspective. This shift may seem subtle at first, but over time it creates a stronger, more resilient mindset. Many people are surprised to discover that taking small, calculated risks helps to break down mental barriers. By choosing to step slightly outside our comfort zones, we gradually learn that the limits we set for ourselves are often more flexible than we think. Each small step taken toward overcoming a fear or challenge builds confidence, making it easier to tackle larger obstacles in the future. Mental barriers can also be rooted in past failures or disappointments that we carry with us. These memories can create a sense of caution, causing us to doubt our ability to succeed. However, when we look at these experiences as learning opportunities rather than defining moments, we begin to free ourselves from their influence. Seeing setbacks as part of growth instead of permanent roadblocks transforms them into stepping stones for future success. Another powerful tool in overcoming mental barriers is visualization. When we picture ourselves successfully moving past an obstacle, we activate a sense of possibility. This practice can help us see beyond the barrier, shifting our focus from what holds us back to what we are capable of achieving. Visualization is not about pretending obstacles do not exist, but about creating a mental image of ourselves successfully navigating through them. Belief in one's ability to change is essential when it comes to breaking down mental barriers. Often, we hold ourselves back by doubting whether we can truly make progress. But each time we take action, however small, we prove to ourselves that change is possible. This belief grows with each effort, gradually dismantling the doubts that once stood in our way. It can be helpful to view mental barriers as challenges to understand rather than battles to fight. When we examine the reasons behind our hesitation or resistance, we gain insight into the thoughts and beliefs that shape our behavior. This awareness allows us to address these beliefs directly, making it easier to move forward with a clearer, more confident mindset. Breaking through mental barriers is rarely a one-time event. It is often a process that requires patience and persistence. There will be days when progress feels slow, or when the old doubts creep back in. During these times, focusing on the progress already made can help maintain motivation. Recognizing how far we have come keeps us moving forward, even when the path seems difficult. Our environment also plays a role in either reinforcing or challenging our mental barriers. Surrounding ourselves with people who encourage us to step outside of our comfort zones can have a powerful impact. Their support and belief in our abilities can often give us the courage to push through doubts and try new things. Positive influences remind us that growth is possible, even when our own confidence wavers. As we continue to challenge and push past mental barriers, we develop a greater sense of resilience. This resilience is not just about facing individual obstacles, but about cultivating an overall mindset that is willing to confront and overcome challenges. With each barrier broken, we gain confidence in our ability to handle whatever comes next, building a foundation of inner strength that supports us in all areas of life. Breaking mental barriers may seem like a daunting task, but it is a journey that brings greater freedom and possibility. Each small success builds momentum, creating a sense of possibility that carries over into other areas of life. By consistently pushing beyond what we once thought was possible, we open ourselves up to a world that is not limited by past doubts or fears. As we progress, we start to see that these barriers, once seen as insurmountable, were often just temporary hurdles. They lose their power over us as we grow in confidence and resilience. Through this journey, we learn that our potential is not fixed and that our capacity to overcome is greater than we once imagined. Chapter 6. Developing mental flexibility. Mental flexibility is a powerful skill that allows us to adapt to change, make quick adjustments, and view situations from different angles. Life often throws unexpected challenges our way, and a flexible mind can handle these twists with a calm confidence. Developing this flexibility is not about losing your core beliefs, but rather about being open to new perspectives and possibilities. When we approach situations with mental rigidity, we may struggle to adapt when things do not go as planned. Holding too tightly to a fixed way of thinking can limit our ability to respond effectively. Mental flexibility, on the other hand, gives us the freedom to pivot, to reframe challenges, and to find solutions that we might have otherwise overlooked. One way to build this flexibility is to practice shifting perspectives. For example, when faced with a challenge, try to see it from multiple viewpoints. Ask yourself how someone with a different background or mindset might approach the situation. By stepping into other perspectives, we train our minds to be open to new ideas and insights that can help us in unexpected ways. Mental flexibility is not just about handling change, it is also about letting go of the need for control. Often, people feel stressed because they believe they must manage every aspect of a situation. However, when we learn to accept that some things are beyond our control, we can focus our energy on what we can influence. This shift in focus reduces frustration and helps us respond more effectively to change. Another key part of mental flexibility is being able to accept feedback without becoming defensive. Constructive feedback, even when it is challenging to hear, can open doors to growth and improvement. When we see feedback as an opportunity rather than a threat, we can adjust and refine our approach, making us more resilient and adaptable over time. Learning to let go of perfectionism also plays a role in developing mental flexibility. Perfectionism can trap us in an all-or-nothing mindset, where we feel we must get everything right or we have failed. By allowing ourselves to make mistakes and learn from them, we can approach challenges with curiosity rather than fear. This attitude makes it easier to bounce back and try new approaches without feeling weighed down by unrealistic expectations. Adapting to new situations requires a willingness to challenge old habits. Many of us have routines or ways of thinking that we rely on, but sticking to them too rigidly can keep us from growing. Trying new methods, even if they feel uncomfortable at first, helps us stretch our minds. This practice of exploring different approaches builds our capacity to handle change and uncertainty with ease. Mental flexibility also involves being able to handle uncertainty without becoming overwhelmed. Life does not always provide clear answers, and sometimes we must make decisions without knowing the outcome. By developing a comfort with uncertainty, we strengthen our ability to make confident choices, even when the path forward is unclear. Developing a sense of curiosity can help us become more flexible thinkers. When we approach situations with curiosity, we are more open to learning and discovering new information. This openness allows us to move beyond rigid beliefs or assumptions. Instead of seeing challenges as obstacles, we can view them as opportunities to grow, making us more adaptable and resilient. Mental flexibility is not about abandoning our values, but about being open to growth. It involves examining our beliefs and being willing to adjust them when faced with new information. This does not mean that we give up our principles, but it allows us to refine our understanding and adapt to changing circumstances. This approach helps us stay grounded while remaining open to new possibilities. Another important aspect of mental flexibility is resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks. A flexible mind recognizes that failure is not the end, but a chance to learn. Each setback provides insights that can lead to better decisions and stronger solutions. When we view failure as a part of the journey, we bounce back more quickly and continue moving forward. This flexibility helps us respond creatively to challenges. When we allow ourselves to think outside of our usual patterns, we discover alternative solutions that we might not have considered. Creativity flourishes when we are willing to question our usual approaches and experiment with new ideas. This creativity is a key aspect of mental flexibility and makes us better problem solvers. Mental flexibility is also essential for building positive relationships. Being open to other people's perspectives allows us to communicate more effectively, listen deeply, and respond with empathy. Flexibility helps us avoid misunderstandings and resolve conflicts more easily, creating a foundation for stronger, more supportive relationships. As we develop mental flexibility, we learn that our minds are not bound by fixed limits. Each experience that challenges us to think differently strengthens our ability to adapt. This adaptability becomes a valuable tool that we carry with us, equipping us to handle whatever life may bring. By choosing flexibility, we give ourselves the freedom to grow, learn, and thrive in any situation. The journey of becoming mentally flexible is ongoing, as each new experience adds to our understanding. By practicing openness, adaptability, and curiosity, we can navigate life's uncertainties with greater ease. The ability to adapt and shift our thinking allows us to face each day with confidence, knowing that we are prepared for whatever lies ahead. Chapter 7: Rewiring Your Thoughts for Positive Change. Our minds have an incredible ability to learn and adapt, and the thoughts we choose to focus on play a powerful role in shaping our lives. Each day, Our brains process countless thoughts, yet only some of them truly impact our well-being. Often, we let unhelpful or negative thoughts take center stage, overshadowing our potential for growth. Rewiring these thoughts is about recognizing which ones support our goals and letting go of those that do not serve us. Changing your thought patterns does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process that begins with awareness. The first step is paying attention to your internal dialogue. Notice how you talk to yourself when facing challenges or setbacks. Are your thoughts filled with self-doubt or criticism? Shifting this mindset involves catching these patterns and questioning them. Each time you question a negative thought, you weaken its hold, creating room for more positive, empowering thoughts to take root. One way to build a habit of positive thinking is by choosing replacement thoughts. When you catch yourself in a cycle of self-criticism, consider a different perspective. For example, if a mistake makes you feel incapable, remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that growth often happens through trial and error. By replacing the thought, "I cannot do this," with "I am learning and improving," you gradually shift your mind toward optimism and resilience. Visualization can also play a role in rewiring thoughts. Visualize yourself handling situations successfully, overcoming obstacles, and achieving your goals. This practice helps build confidence by training your mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Your brain responds to these mental images as if they are real, strengthening your belief that positive outcomes are achievable. Another important aspect of rewiring your mind is focusing on gratitude. Practicing gratitude shifts your attention from what is lacking to what you already have, fostering a sense of contentment. Taking a few minutes each day to reflect on things you appreciate can have a powerful impact on your mood and outlook. The more you practice gratitude, the more you notice the positive aspects of your life, creating a cycle of positivity that becomes self-reinforcing. Setting small, achievable goals can also help train your mind for positive change. When you set a goal and follow through with action, no matter how small, you build trust in yourself. These small successes reinforce the belief that you are capable of making meaningful changes. Over time, your confidence grows, and you start approaching new challenges with a sense of possibility instead of hesitation. A useful technique for rewiring thoughts is to practice affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that reflect the person you want to become or the qualities you want to cultivate. For example, saying, "I am resilient," or "I am worthy of success," regularly can help shift your self-perception. These statements may feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar at first, but with repetition, they begin to sink into your subconscious, influencing your thoughts and actions in a positive way. Being mindful of your environment also supports the process of rewiring. Surround yourself with people who encourage you and who reinforce a positive outlook. When you engage in conversations or activities that align with your goals and values, you reinforce the positive changes you are working toward. By surrounding yourself with supportive influences, you make it easier to stay on track and sustain a constructive mindset. Learning to reframe challenges is another powerful way to shift your thoughts. Instead of seeing a setback as proof of failure, view it as a learning experience. Ask yourself what you can gain from the situation or how it might contribute to your growth. This shift in perspective allows you to see challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles, helping you to maintain a proactive approach to life. Self-compassion is also key in this journey. When you practice self-compassion, you treat yourself with kindness rather than criticism. It means giving yourself permission to be imperfect and recognizing that setbacks are part of the human experience. By replacing self-criticism with understanding, you create a nurturing inner environment that supports growth and positive change. Developing a growth mindset can also aid in rewiring your thoughts. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. People with this mindset see their potential as something they can expand rather than as a fixed trait. This perspective encourages you to take on challenges and view mistakes as stepping stones rather than barriers. Adopting a growth mindset shifts your thinking from limitation to possibility, helping you see setbacks as temporary and improvement as continuous. Practicing patience is essential as you rewire your thoughts. Changing long-held beliefs or thought patterns takes time, and there will be moments when old habits resurface. Recognize that this process is not about achieving perfection. It is about steady progress. By remaining patient and persistent, you allow new patterns to take shape gradually and naturally. An important element in maintaining positive change is consistency. Just as a muscle strengthens with regular exercise, your mind becomes more resilient when you practice positive thinking consistently. Make it a daily habit to reinforce thoughts that align with your values and let go of those that hold you back. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, making it easier to maintain a constructive outlook. The beauty of rewiring your thoughts is that it opens doors to new possibilities. As you shed limiting beliefs, you make room for aspirations and dreams you may have once dismissed. Each positive thought reinforces the idea that you are capable of growth and that you have the power to shape your life. This shift in mindset creates a ripple effect, influencing not only how you view yourself, but also how you interact with the world around you. In the journey of rewiring your thoughts, every small change matters. Each moment you choose a positive thought over a negative one, each time you show yourself compassion, and each goal you pursue with confidence, you reinforce a new path for your mind to follow. This transformation does not require a dramatic overhaul, but rather a commitment to nurturing thoughts that build you up. Chapter 8: Cultivating Focus for Purposeful Action. Focus is the bridge between intention and action. It is the tool that allows us to turn our dreams into reality, giving us the ability to narrow in on what truly matters and filter out the distractions. In a world full of constant noise and information overload, cultivating the ability to focus has never been more important. Without it, even the best plans can fall apart, and great ideas remain just that, ideas. To begin, focus starts with intention. The clearer you are about what you want to achieve, the easier it is to concentrate your energy and efforts. Without a clear purpose, your mind can wander aimlessly, jumping from one thought to another. This often results in frustration and a sense of never truly accomplishing anything. When you are clear on your purpose, however, it becomes easier to identify the steps that will lead you to your goal and to say no to things that do not align with that purpose. A powerful way to sharpen your focus is by breaking large tasks into smaller, manageable pieces. The idea of tackling an entire project or goal can often feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination. But when you take a big task and break it down into smaller actions, it feels less intimidating. This allows you to concentrate on one small thing at a time, making the overall process feel more achievable. Every small step you complete reinforces your ability to focus as it brings you closer to your larger goal. Another important aspect of focus is managing your environment. The space around you plays a significant role in your ability to concentrate. Whether it is the people you interact with or the physical space in which you work, everything around you can either support or hinder your focus. If your environment is cluttered or filled with distractions, it becomes harder to maintain clarity. Take a moment to assess your surroundings. Are there things that distract you, or can you create a space that encourages focus and productivity? Building focus also requires discipline. It is easy to give in to distractions, especially with the temptation of technology or social media. However, learning to resist these temptations is crucial. One way to do this is by setting specific times for checking emails, social media, or messages. By setting boundaries, you give yourself permission to concentrate fully on the task at hand without the constant interruptions of notifications or outside demands. Prioritizing tasks is another strategy for fostering focus. Every day, we are faced with a list of things to do, some more important than others. If you spend your time jumping between tasks, you will find it difficult to give any of them the attention they deserve. Instead, focus on what truly moves you forward. By prioritizing the most important tasks, you ensure that your energy and attention are directed toward the areas that will make the biggest impact. Another key element in building focus is practicing mindfulness. Being mindful of your thoughts, emotions, and actions allows you to stay present in the moment. It is easy to become overwhelmed by the multitude of thoughts racing through your mind. But mindfulness helps you bring your focus back to the task at hand. By taking a few minutes to pause and breathe deeply, you can clear your mind and regain the mental clarity needed to focus. It is also important to recognize that focus is a skill that requires regular practice. Like any other skill, the more you work on it, the better you become. Start by focusing on simple tasks and gradually work your way up to more complex ones. Each time you maintain your attention on a task until it is completed, you strengthen your ability to focus. Over time, you will find that it becomes easier to concentrate and stay on track, even when faced with distractions. One way to measure your progress in developing focus is by evaluating your ability to stay engaged in the moment. When you are focused, you experience a sense of flow, when time seems to disappear and you are fully immersed in what you are doing. This state of flow is a sign that your focus is sharp, and it is often accompanied by a deep sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. If you find yourself struggling to reach this state, it may be a sign that you need to adjust your approach or environment to better support your focus. It is equally important to be patient with yourself. Focus, like any other habit, takes time to develop. There will be days when distractions feel overwhelming and your mind seems to wander constantly. On these days, it is crucial not to be hard on yourself. Instead, view these challenges as opportunities to practice and refine your ability to focus. The more you persist through these moments, the stronger your ability to concentrate will become. Taking breaks is also a vital component of sustaining focus. While it may seem counterintuitive, resting your mind actually helps to maintain productivity in the long run. Studies have shown that taking short, regular breaks allows you to recharge and return to your tasks with renewed energy. It also prevents burnout, which can arise from too much focus without rest. Incorporate moments of relaxation into your day to keep your focus sharp. Remember that true focus is about more than just staying on task. It is about maintaining a sense of purpose throughout the process. Each step you take should bring you closer to your bigger goal, and as you build your ability to concentrate, you will start to see the results of your efforts. The key is to keep moving forward, one focused step at a time. As you continue to practice and improve your focus, you will notice a transformation not just in your productivity, but in your sense of achievement. By cultivating a mindset that prioritizes focus and purpose, you will open doors to new possibilities and create the momentum needed to accomplish your goals. The more consistently you apply yourself, the more confident you will become in your ability to stay on track and take meaningful action. Chapter 9: Learning the Art of Patience and Persistence. Patience and persistence are often seen as virtues that require time and practice to develop. They are not always natural qualities for everyone, especially in a world where instant gratification is the norm. However, the journey of achieving anything meaningful in life demands both patience and the willingness to persist, even when things seem difficult or slow. It is about understanding that success is not an overnight event, but a gradual process that builds over time. Patience is more than just waiting for something to happen. It is the ability to stay calm and composed while navigating the uncertainties and challenges along the way. When faced with obstacles or delays, patience allows you to remain focused without becoming discouraged. It is this steady endurance that helps you stay on course, even when the road seems long and winding. In a society where everything moves quickly, learning to be patient can feel counterintuitive, but it is essential for long-term success. Persistence, on the other hand, is the commitment to keep going despite the setbacks or difficulties that may arise. It is about not giving up, even when results are not immediately visible. When you encounter roadblocks, persistence keeps you pushing forward, trying new approaches, and finding creative solutions. It is the mindset that tells you to keep going, even when the journey feels challenging, because you know that perseverance is what ultimately leads to success. The combination of patience and persistence is powerful. Without patience, you may give up too soon when things do not happen as quickly as you would like. On the other hand, without persistence, you may not have the energy or the drive to keep moving forward, especially when you face challenges. Together, they create a solid foundation for achieving your goals, helping you to stay on track and keep working even when the process is slower than anticipated. Building these qualities requires an understanding that progress takes time and that every small step you take is moving you closer to your goal. It also means accepting that not everything is within your control. There will always be elements outside of your influence, and sometimes the best thing you can do is allow time to work its magic. Trusting the process and being patient with the results allows you to focus on what you can control and not get overwhelmed by what you cannot. Persistence is not about forcing things to happen when they are not meant to. It is about knowing when to keep pushing and when to take a step back and reevaluate your approach. Sometimes it is through these moments of pause that new ideas emerge, leading you to a more effective path. The key to persistence is being flexible enough to adjust your plans without losing sight of the ultimate goal. In developing patience, it is helpful to shift your mindset and embrace the journey itself. Instead of focusing solely on the end result, take time to appreciate the growth and progress you are making along the way. Each challenge you overcome is a victory in itself, contributing to your personal development and resilience. Recognizing this allows you to find satisfaction in the process rather than waiting for the outcome to define your success. Another important aspect of patience is learning how to manage frustration. It is natural to feel frustrated when things are not going according to plan, but it is how you handle that frustration that makes the difference. When you can manage your emotions and stay composed, you maintain a clearer perspective, which in turn allows you to make better decisions. Patience is about taking a step back, breathing, and understanding that setbacks are part of the process, not the end of the road. Sometimes, the path to your goals may seem longer than expected, and it may feel as though you are not making progress. In these moments, it is essential to remind yourself that growth is not always visible. The seeds you plant today may take time to sprout, but that does not mean they are not growing. Trust in your efforts and know that every step you take is laying the foundation for future success. Persistence also means being consistent in your efforts. It is easy to become distracted by the excitement of new ideas or opportunities, but true progress comes from sticking with a course of action and continuing to put in the work. Consistency builds momentum, and over time your efforts will compound, leading to results that may have once seemed out of reach. The beauty of patience and persistence is that they are skills that can be developed over time. They are not qualities you either have or do not have. They are muscles you can strengthen with practice. As you encounter challenges, you will have opportunities to build these skills by staying focused, maintaining your composure, and continuing to push forward. It is through these experiences that you learn how to master both patience and persistence. As you continue to practice patience and persistence, you will find that your ability to handle adversity improves. You will become more resilient in the face of obstacles and more confident in your ability to reach your goals. Over time, the frustrations that once seemed insurmountable will no longer feel as daunting. Patience and persistence will have transformed you into someone who can weather any storm and keep moving forward, no matter what comes your way. Chapter 10. Adapting to change with resilience. Change is inevitable. It can come in many forms. Unexpected challenges, new environments, shifting priorities, or even something as simple as a change in routine. Despite the discomfort or unease it may bring, change is a part of life. How we respond to it often determines the course of our future. Learning to adapt to change with resilience can transform difficult situations into opportunities for growth and success. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks and keep moving forward, no matter the obstacles. It is not about avoiding difficulties, but about developing the inner strength to face them head on. People who are resilient do not let challenges defeat them. Instead, they use adversity as a stepping stone to learn more about themselves and the world around them. Resilience gives you the power to bounce back stronger, to rise each time you fall, and to continue striving for your goals. When faced with change, it is easy to become overwhelmed, especially if the shift is unexpected or disrupts your plans. However, those who are adaptable know that change can often bring about new opportunities. Adapting means being open to these possibilities rather than resisting them. It means looking beyond the discomfort of the moment and finding ways to align yourself with the new reality. When you choose to embrace the unknown, you unlock doors to growth and innovation that you may have never considered before. Being adaptable does not mean that change is always easy or that you are always comfortable with it. Change can stir up feelings of uncertainty, frustration, and doubt, but it is how you respond to these emotions that makes all the difference. Resilience allows you to acknowledge the discomfort and still move forward. You understand that change does not define you, but how you respond to it does. With resilience, you can turn challenges into lessons and setbacks into triumphs. One of the key components of resilience is perspective. When you encounter change, it is important to shift your mindset and look at the situation through a different lens. Instead of seeing change as a threat, try to view it as an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to learn, and to become stronger. A positive mindset is not about ignoring the difficulties, but about seeing the potential in every circumstance. When you shift your perspective, you begin to see the world in a new light, and this makes navigating change much more manageable. Another aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. Change often triggers strong emotions, whether it is fear, anxiety, or frustration. Resilient individuals learn how to manage these emotions in a healthy way. Rather than allowing fear to control their actions, they acknowledge it and move forward anyway. Emotional regulation allows you to stay calm and focused during times of uncertainty. It helps you to make clear decisions and maintain your composure even when everything around you feels chaotic. When adapting to change, it is essential to be flexible. Rigid plans and expectations can create resistance when things do not go as anticipated. Flexibility allows you to adjust your strategies and approach without losing sight of your goals. Being flexible means accepting that things may not always go according to plan, but that does not mean you cannot still achieve success. By staying open to new possibilities and being willing to change course, you increase your chances of finding a solution that works. Resilience also involves persistence. Even when things feel tough, those who are resilient continue to push forward. It is not about being perfect or always getting things right. It is about showing up, trying again, and maintaining the determination to keep moving. With persistence, setbacks are not the end of the road, but just another challenge to overcome. Resilient individuals view failures as temporary, not permanent, and continue to work toward their goals despite any difficulties they may face. Adapting to change is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires patience, perseverance, and the ability to keep evolving. Change is a constant in life, and it is essential to build resilience over time. The more you practice adapting to new situations and bouncing back from adversity, the stronger and more capable you become. Each challenge you face provides an opportunity to strengthen your resilience and learn new ways to navigate life's ups and downs. Sometimes, the hardest part of adapting to change is accepting that things will not always stay the same. Change forces us to step out of our comfort zones and into the unknown. It can be scary, and it can stir up feelings of uncertainty. However, with resilience, you can face these feelings without allowing them to paralyze you. Instead of resisting change, you learn to embrace it as a part of your personal growth and journey. The process of adaptation also requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that change, though uncomfortable, often leads to something better. Trust that you have the strength and the resources to handle whatever comes your way. Trust in the belief that each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Resilience is about continuing to move forward, even when you do not know what the future holds, because you believe in your ability to navigate whatever challenges come your way. Ultimately, adapting to change with resilience transforms you into someone who is capable of thriving in any situation. Instead of shrinking back from life's challenges, you face them with courage, optimism, and an unwavering belief that you can handle anything. Resilience is not just about surviving change. It is about learning, growing, and becoming stronger because of it. With this mindset, you can navigate any storm that comes your way and come out the other side more capable, more confident, and more prepared for the next challenge. Chapter 11. Finding Balance Between Logic and Intuition. In life, we often face decisions that require us to balance two very distinct forces, logic and intuition. Logic is our analytical mind, the one that relies on facts, data, and reasoned thought. Intuition, on the other hand, is the inner sense that guides us in ways that are not always based on tangible evidence, but rather on gut feelings and subtle cues. Finding the right balance between these two can be challenging, but it is key to making informed and effective decisions. At times, logic can feel overwhelming. It is easy to become consumed by the need for certainty and detailed analysis. The more data we gather, the more we feel the pressure to make decisions based solely on what makes the most sense from a practical standpoint. However, relying exclusively on logic can sometimes blind us to opportunities that lie beyond what is visible or measurable. It is important to understand that not all decisions can be broken down into neat formulas or numbers. Some aspects of life, especially the ones that require a creative or personal touch, demand a deeper understanding that logic alone may not offer. Intuition, on the other hand, can feel like a fleeting whisper in the back of your mind. It is the sense that something feels right or wrong without being able to fully explain why. This inner wisdom often emerges in moments of stillness when you allow yourself the space to listen to your own feelings and perceptions. Intuition is a powerful tool because it connects you to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. It allows you to tap into patterns that your conscious mind may not recognize, leading you to insights that might be missed through purely logical thinking. However, intuition is not infallible. Like logic, it can be influenced by emotions, biases, or past experiences that may not always serve you in the present moment. It is easy to mistake a strong feeling for intuition when it is actually rooted in fear, desire, or an unresolved issue. The key is to cultivate awareness and discernment, knowing when your intuition is genuinely guiding you and when it is simply a reaction to something else. This is where logic can play a crucial role in keeping your decisions grounded and balanced. The challenge lies in integrating these two forces in a way that feels natural and effective. Logic and intuition are not opposing forces, but complementary ones. They can work together to enhance the decision-making process and create a more holistic approach to problem solving. When you are able to balance the structure of logic with the flow of intuition, you create a powerful framework for making choices that feel aligned with both your rational mind and your inner wisdom. To begin integrating both, start by acknowledging the value of each. Give yourself permission to think things through logically, to weigh the pros and cons, and to gather all the necessary information. But also recognize the importance of tuning into your intuition. Pay attention to how your body feels in response to different options, or how certain situations resonate with you on a deeper level. Your intuition often speaks through subtle physical sensations or emotional cues, and learning to recognize these signals can help you make more well-rounded decisions. It is also important to practice mindfulness and self-awareness. By quieting the noise of everyday life, you give yourself the space to listen to your inner voice without distraction. This clarity allows you to discern whether your feelings are coming from a place of fear or whether they are truly guiding you towards something that aligns with your values and goals. When you combine this self-awareness with logical reasoning, you are better equipped to make decisions that reflect both your heart and your mind. Sometimes, the balance between logic and intuition may not be immediately clear. You may need to experiment with different approaches, testing the waters and observing the outcomes. Trust that this is part of the process. As you gain more experience with both logic and intuition, you will become more adept at sensing when to rely on one over the other and when to use both in tandem. This practice will strengthen your ability to make decisions that feel both rational and inspired. There will be moments when logic alone feels insufficient, and your intuition will offer the breakthrough you need. Similarly, there will be times when intuition seems too vague, and logic will provide the structure necessary to move forward. Each time you find the right balance, you become more confident in your ability to navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of clarity and purpose. It is also worth noting that this balance is not static. As you grow and evolve, so will your understanding of how to harmonize logic and intuition. Some decisions may require more logical analysis, while others will call for a deeper connection to your inner wisdom. The key is to remain flexible, to adapt to the situation at hand, and to trust that you have the capacity to access both when needed. Ultimately, finding balance between logic and intuition is about trusting yourself, your mind, and your instincts. It is about understanding that you do not have to rely on one exclusively, but that you can draw on both to guide you toward the best possible outcomes. When you find that balance, decisions no longer feel like a struggle between what makes sense and what feels right. Instead, they become a harmonious dance between your rational thought and your intuitive knowing, each one supporting the other to create a more aligned and effective way of living. The journey toward mastering this balance is not a destination, but an ongoing process. With each decision you make, you learn more about yourself and refine your ability to combine logic and intuition in ways that feel natural and powerful. By honoring both, you open yourself to a fuller experience of life, one where reason and wisdom work hand in hand to create a future that reflects your true potential. Chapter 12: Crafting a Mindset for Lasting Success. Success is not an overnight event. It is the result of a series of decisions, habits, and thoughts that are consistently aligned with a clear vision. Achieving lasting success requires more than just skill or talent. It demands a mindset that is focused on growth, resilience, and the unwavering belief that you can overcome challenges, adapt to change, and continue to learn. The foundation of this mindset lies in the way you approach each day, the thoughts you allow to guide you, and the actions you take when faced with obstacles. At the heart of success is the ability to believe in your potential, even when circumstances may not appear to be in your favor. The people who achieve lasting success are those who understand that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a part of the journey. They do not let failure define them, but instead view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. When you adopt this perspective, every challenge becomes a lesson, and every obstacle is simply a stepping stone toward greater achievements. A key component of this mindset is the willingness to embrace change. Life is constantly evolving, and success is often about adapting to new circumstances, trends, and opportunities. It requires an openness to exploring new ideas, trying different approaches, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. Those who are adaptable are better able to navigate the uncertainties of life, finding creative solutions, and staying ahead of the curve. By remaining flexible, you allow yourself to continuously evolve and refine your approach, which is essential for long-term success. Equally important is the discipline to stay focused on your goals, no matter how far off they may seem. The road to success is rarely linear, and distractions can easily derail your progress. However, those who are committed to their vision do not let temporary setbacks or diversions shake their resolve. They know that consistency and persistence are the real keys to success. This dedication to your goals will help you build momentum and make steady progress, even when progress feels slow. One of the greatest challenges on the path to success is overcoming doubt. Self-doubt can creep in at the most unexpected times, especially when you are pushing yourself to achieve something new or challenging. However, it is essential to recognize that self-doubt is a natural part of growth. It is the mind's way of testing your commitment to your dreams. The key is to acknowledge it without letting it control you. When you start to believe in your own abilities, when you trust that your efforts will pay off, self-doubt no longer holds the same power over you. You begin to develop an unshakable confidence that propels you forward, even when things get tough. Another vital element of success is resilience. The ability to bounce back from setbacks and stay the course, even in the face of adversity, is what separates those who reach their goals from those who give up. Life is full of challenges, and no one is exempt from difficulty. However, it is not the circumstances themselves that define your success. It is how you respond to them. Resilience means having the strength to keep going when things get hard, to keep pushing even when the path ahead seems unclear. By building this resilience, you prepare yourself to face whatever comes your way with courage and determination. In addition to resilience, It is crucial to maintain a growth mindset, one that sees potential in every situation. Those who view challenges as opportunities for growth are more likely to persevere and thrive. When you see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as chances to improve and expand your abilities, you open yourself up to greater possibilities. This mindset encourages continuous learning, innovation, and progress. It allows you to see the world not through a lens of limitation, but through one of opportunity and possibility. As you cultivate a mindset for lasting success, it is important to surround yourself with people who support and inspire you. The relationships you build play a significant role in your journey. Positive influences can offer encouragement, guidance, and perspective, while toxic relationships can drain your energy and hinder your progress. Seek out individuals who challenge you to be better, who push you to reach higher, and who celebrate your successes. At the same time, be mindful of the energy you contribute to others. Positive, supportive relationships are a two-way street, and creating a circle of like-minded individuals can help keep you motivated and focused on your path. It is also important to recognize the power of patience. Success is rarely immediate, and building something meaningful takes time. Many people give up before they see the fruits of their labor because they expect quick results. However, true success requires a long-term commitment to your vision, even when the rewards are not immediately apparent. Trust that every small step you take today is contributing to the larger picture of your future success. Stay the course. Be patient with yourself and understand that the process of growth is just as valuable as the outcome. Lastly, remember that success is not just about achieving external goals. It is also about the person you become in the process. As you grow, learn, and persevere, you develop strength, wisdom, and a sense of purpose that can never be taken away. True success lies not just in what you accomplish, but in the way you live your life and the impact you have on those around you. It is about living authentically, with integrity, and staying true to your values while striving to be the best version of yourself. Crafting a mindset for lasting success is a continuous process. It is about developing habits, attitudes, and beliefs that support your vision and keep you focused on your goals. Success is not an endpoint, but a journey, and the mindset you cultivate along the way is what will sustain you. Keep believing in yourself, stay committed to your dreams, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to the success you desire. Thank you for listening. If you found value in this book, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing with others who might benefit. I'd love to hear your reflections. Share your thoughts in the comments. To deepen your understanding, the ebook version is available on our website with a limited time discount. So be sure to check it out in the description below.